Yo, before we get started, you read the disclaimer. Hopefully you understand it. Let's add to that. As always, we're going to get a big, huge, probably tote, tub, gallon, nice, fresh cusses. Okay? Nice, fresh. Might hear some crazy topics. I don't know. Either way, please respect us. Okay? We appreciate that. Thank you. This is for entertainment purposes only. Good enough for you?
No, that was shit.
Well, what the fuck do you want me to say?
Welcome to Unwrap. We don't here not to discriminate, all that other stuff and everything. Everything you missed, except for the only thing that you didn't miss was there's gonna be a whole lot of shits and fucking cussing and fucking everything. And then you're just like, entertainment purposes only. And then that was it.
Well, why don't you do the shit then?
No, that's not my
every
job.
week you got
That's
a
not my
problem.
job.
Every week you got a
Not my
problem.
job. That's the co-host job.
Every single week. There's
Shout out Ill for real.
Hi.
He said smooth,
crispy cussing.
Yeah,
like that
smooth,
too.
crispy cussing.
I'm gonna add that to it.
All right. You already know what it is, baby. It's Unwrap, baby. It's Unwrap, baby. It's Unwrap, baby. And we are in the building. I am your boy, Heat Detector.
All right.
Oh.
You know I love
somebody give that motherfucker some cocaine or something?
The sprinkles.
Damn. And to my immediate, I guess it would be your guys' right, but my left is my right hand, ma'am. My right hand, ma'am.
Sure.
All right.
All right.
Nash Vino, the illustrious Nash Vino in the goddamn building. Felt like there was a lot more to that than mine.
I ain't getting no sprinkles.
That's some bullshit. This is real. This is really not working for me. And we have Swipe God, the engineer, in the building.
Woo!
That works. That works. I'm actually happier with that than I am with the goddamn disclaimer, with the intro. I'm gonna bet money that I'm gonna be happier with that than this whole show. This shit made me happy.
Okay, well,
made my heart smile.
That's a little.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I got a cold heart, like a crushed
10 sizes too small.
Concrete. Yeah. It's like worse than the Grinch. You know what I'm saying? And that warmed my soul. Yeah, warmed my soul. So we are in the building tonight. I'm excited once again. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm fully charged. I am hip hop horny.
Good.
I'm HHH as Prism now put those fucking H's on that bitch.
H.
Yeah, I'm full HHH right now.
HHH.
Yeah.
Would that be H cubed?
Yeah. HHH. My man said, yeah, Heat Detector, you HHH. Yeah. I'm hip hop horny right now because there's a whole lot of shit going on. You know what I'm saying?
That's going into merch, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, of course. That and I wear hip hop. So it's gonna go on a hoodie. It's gonna say I wear hip hop.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah. I stole that, but they probably, because they smoke so much weed. Who said it? They smoke so much weed. They probably forgot they said it. So
ain't nothing wrong with stealing something.
Yeah. I'm taking that.
Keep it fresh.
Take that. I took that. No Diddy. Speaking of, I just have to look, Ill for real. Okay, HHH. Listen, Ill for real. Because Ill for real's the one who came up with it. I'm just the one who runs with it. Triple H. Yes. Triple H.
H cubed.
Yeah. I said no Diddy, but we've got to touch on Diddy real quick. No Diddy on touching on Diddy. But
Blanket
Diddy. There's a lot going on with that motherfucker right about now. I don't think he's gonna see daylight.
Before you even say anything,
mm-hmm.
I don't know where I was, but never in my life would I have imagined that his children would be present at his trial. And when I seen them coming out, that shit makes it even more disturbing. I would have told them to just stay the fuck at the crib. I mean, they can hear what they want, you know, on the internet. That's fine, but to be there?
Come on now.
My baby oil escapades don't need to be on display in front of the children. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
the bedroom. They were in room 13.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Cause dude, that was like we the same type of nigga.
Who you looking at?
What?
I was like you're staring off in that
direction. I was scratching my forehead. I'm sorry.
All right. So yeah, what do you think about? Well, besides him having his kids at the Diddy party, because they are Diddy's, the little diddlers. So of course they're going to be there. But what do you think about the whole trial and what's going on?
I think I prefer to call them Diddy Bops, but okay.
Diddy Bops works.
I mean, it's fuck shit at its best, but I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, we already knew I mean, I think it's the
First of all, let's talk about the Just for Men that he was using on a daily basis. Because this boy, damn, I thought I had gray hair. That boy got the Snow White and the Princess goddamn abominable snowman goddamn fro.
Just the whole like powdered donuts out this bitch.
Who knew?
Yeah.
He kept that shit a secret.
Damn. That's the only thing.
Yeah, well, apparently. And apparently Meek Mills cried on the stand. Poor Meek Mills.
Why'd he cry?
I don't know. I mean, he probably there his first time he cried. You know what I'm talking about? Will Smith apparently came in. They weren't even expecting him to show up, but I guess the judge knew, but none of the prosecutors or the defense knew. He walked in, went past everybody, went right up on the stand and told a whole story about how they, like, basically Diddy hijacked his, I would say allegedly, but he said it out of his mouth. So he hijacked his whole career, basically. He got invited to, he's only been to one Diddy party. He got invited to the Diddy party. Diddy meets him at the door. They took his phone and everything. He thought that was weird at first. And this is Fresh Prince era. He gets his phone, or somewhere around Fresh Prince, right there, towards the end of Fresh Prince, whatever. So they take his phone. Diddy meets up with him, tells him to come back. He goes to the back room, sits down on the couch, and says he's seen shit that has been haunting him for the rest of his life, like just haunting him. He was talking about how he, what is it? Like, what the fuck was he saying? Let's just say he's seen some shit. Mm-hmm. And Diddy whispered at him in his ear, said, "Welcome to the family." And he said at that moment, he realized it wasn't an invite, but an initiation. Initiation. Mm-hmm. So after the party, because he stayed, but he said he don't really remember shit. He got a phone call, another phone call. It was an unlisted number. And they said, "Welcome to the family" once again, and then hung up. Then he got a fucking envelope in the mail with a USB drive on it. He put that bitch in, and it's him on the couch. He don't remember laughing. He don't remember doing none of that shit, but it's him. He said it was the weirdest shit ever to watch himself laughing and doing shit that he don't even fucking remember. And as he said that shit had been haunting him for years. But every year he denied the Diddy party, things kept getting taken away from him within the industry. Yeah. And he was like, he kept his mouth shut because, motherfuckers was like, "Hey, you say something," But now he's like, I can't do this anymore. I gotta say it. So anyways, yeah, that was pretty heavy. But anyways, fuck all that. I'm hip hop horny. I got my coffee. I got my cigars. I am ready to go. You got anything on your mind? Because I can talk about this guest right now.
I mean, I'm in a great mood. Let's do it. Ready to get hip hop horny too. Let's go.
I feel like I got to turn your mic up. I don't.
Hello.
Today you're talking too low.
Too low?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
How's that?
No, like today you're talking like, I don't know, like you don't have no.
Take that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I always want to say
I need you to say it with your chest.
I have a lot of chest.
I
always say it with my chest.
Say it with those then.
Say it with those chests.
Chesticles.
Yes.
Testicles.
Chesticles.
Yeah. Say it with your chesticles.
Okay, gotcha.
All right. So the guy we have on the show tonight is I don't even know how to explain it, but let me start by saying this. Motherfuckers came out the woodwork when they saw that he was going to be on the show. I got 99,000 fucking phone calls. No, on some real shit. And they were like, "Oh shit, you having Berg on the show. He a dope motherfucker." He's here tonight, by the way, but he came with a lot of accolades and a lot of love. like a lot of motherfuckers was like, oh, that's my boy, or you know what I'm saying? That's my dude. That's my brother. And if I get one more motherfucker call me and tell me that they're related to his ass, I swear to God. But with that being said, it's like, okay. I mean, I've been friends with him on Facebook forever. And I know for a fact that I've run into him multiple times. But, you know, back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker was, you know me, right? You know what I'm saying? So we got to talking when he got here. And there was some really amazing shit that there's no way in hell that we have not seen each other. I know I've seen him. I know I've seen him at 606. I know I've seen him in multiple places because he's I'm a call right now. Okay.
Who the fuck he gonna call?
I'll
call you.
He's gonna call me, I guess. But I can't tell you, like, his artwork is fucking out of here. And we're going to get into all of that. We're going to get into his music. We're going to get into his hip hop journey because he has one, you know, and I feel like he is the epitome of what, shout out to look, see what I'm saying? Shout out to Riot One. He said, OG Berg, a cool guy. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And I think he epitomizes what hip hop is. You know what I'm saying? To those of us who really live, eat, and breathe it, and it is embedded in our DNA, so to speak. You know, it has been a part of or made itself a part of our DNA. That I think he's one of those guys. I really feel that, and you can see it. You know, as I'm sitting here looking at his artwork, is like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I want to show it.
Yeah, show it. Yeah, that they can't really see the details. They probably won't be able to see the details. But I'll tell you what, I'm pretty sure after this, he'll get some phone calls.
Oh yeah,
motherfuckers will want some shirts and want some goddamn merch and goddamn. Shout out, Mr. 20% is in the building. What's cracking? So without further motherfucking ado, hold on. Oh, he said I'm false flagging in this sweater.
Damn.
What? Boy, are you playing? See? Riot. How am I false flagging, bro? How, Sway? How? Don't do that to me, man.
Every day.
Come on now. I you know what I'm saying? I got more than one weapon. You know what I'm saying? I'm like Rambo, bro. I got knives and machetes and
nunchucks,
guns and nunchucks and rope,
Ninja
duct
stars.
tape, all that. Oh, I got a white van with duct tape and rope and what?
I'm one of Barb's.
I'm just playing. Baby, what? No. But without further ado, let's get this man in this chair and let's start talking to him about his journey within this fucking culture because I think it's some dope shit. In the building right now, we got OG BERGS STAT in the goddamn building. Let's go. Bro.
What's good? What's good, Papa? What's good, Papa?
Come on there and have a seat. Good, man. We chilling.
Peace.
Welcome.
We are chilling. Welcome.
Peace, world. Peace. What's good, people?
We about to get in it.
Blessings upon blessings.
All Diddy. Woo. Yeah, sometimes you gotta all Diddy the shit.
Hip hop horny, huh? Hip hop horny. You were talking about you got the duct tape, you got the
whoa.
The whole kit.
So wait, you said I was gonna say that's not G.I. Joe, that's G.I. Bro, a real American Negro. You know what I'm saying? G.I. Joe is there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
That's what I say. I'm G.I. Bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why we in here today.
Hey,
bro. What's good? You know what I'm saying? What's cracking?
Hey,
Peace.
Yeah, I'm wearing
Salute.
Yeah.
What's cracking? It's Berg in the building. What's up?
Berg,
what's up, world? What's up, Chi-Town? Chi-Rock Chapter 3. What's in the building? What's up, man? What's
Chapter 3.
Chapter 3 all day, man.
I was talking to Ange about you. Shout out Ange 13. I was talking to Ange about you. I thought you were Chapter 4, but no, you're Chapter 3. Chapter 4 was the last chapter, wasn't it?
Chapter 3, man. Stony Island, Nomads.
You talking about Chirac Nation?
Yeah, Chirac Nation,
really?
man. Yeah.
Well, I saw you look, and the look on your face was like, I wish I knew what they was talking about.
Super LP, man.
I'm not cussing you out today. I'm not going
to.
Shout out Attica. Lunchbox Law.
She's still looking like she don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Looking at the guest. Would you shut up and pay attention?
I'm paying attention, man. Look, you know, I'm all caffeined up. I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? I was trained to go.
Just stay in the box.
All right, I'm in the box.
I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew, Chip. I'll come with you like a Spider-Man.
Yeah. Well, man. This right here, sir.
He has no idea what you're talking about, which is even funnier.
Yeah. No, he's talking about Mountain Dew and spider monkeys. Yes, I understand what he means.
Where is that from?
I want to go fast.
If you're not first, you're last.
That's what. Yeah, good call.
Oh,
good call.
Talladega Nights.
Eat! Oh my God!
I know movies. I just don't speak.
I
just don't speak in movie language like you.
Whatever.
I know movies.
I'll take that as an attempt. It's fine.
Right.
But
whatever.
Tell the people who you are in your own words and whatnot.
OG BERG Stats, G-Spot, Dr. Grafenberg, aka Rusty Shanks, Northside Chapter 3, original B-Boy, circa 91, all city, massive, big up. Been doing this for 30 plus years. Northside, Humble Park representative, Logan, Uptown, big up Uptown. But I've been doing this for a long time. I've been spitting, been writing, been doing art for a very long time. Have a lot of blessings to meet a lot of beautiful people. I want to thank, first of all, come with a lot of humility and thanks just for being with y'all here today. Example, case in point, meeting great people along the way. The journey has been a real blessing, man. But through this music, through this art, and through just the various shows, through traveling, man, it's just been a blessing just to be a part of this hip hop culture, this scene here in Chicago that we have.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's just been great, man. So it really is my whatever contributions that I've had along the way. I think I've gotten so much more from it over time. So I'm just glad to be a part of it, man.
And you shouted out a lot of very culture rich areas.
Yeah.
Uptown.
Yep.
Logan.
Yep.
Humble Park. I would say you're like a Renaissance artist, right? What does that mean to you though? Like you envelop like full artistry.
I think that as an artist, like some people talk like I've met some triple threats. You know, there's some people that produce or decathletes, biathletes or whatever that can produce, that can write, that can break. People that get into all the disciplines of hip hop, right? And so for myself, that I was originally as an MC or whatever when I was a kid, light breaking or graph art as a kid, but really focusing as an MC into my young adult life and really focusing on lyricism, and then just after that, working with my crew and branching off into production. So I've been producing since '06 myself, and so making my own beats. And so a lot of cats, since I've been making my beats since '06 and been able to, come out and actually share that with the world. I still like to collaborate with people and, spit over other people's, other people's tracks and whatnot. But it's been like expressing my own, holistic approach to art is just really just nature to me. It's like breathing. Most artists will tell you it's just like breathing for me though.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure a lot of people that, that you've had up here, just be like, it's just natural. It's just natural. It's like, if you're not doing it, you're not breathing essentially.
Yeah.
Daily routine.
Yeah. That was like a question I was going to have for you today. Like, because as artists, I don't feel like everybody's an artist. There are people that claim to be artists, you know what I mean? But to be a real artist, our brains are seriously and naturally, like on some real shit, people, wired different. We think different, we move different, and it's really tough to like be like, I'm not gonna say be in the moment, but it's really tough to have like focused thoughts, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Because the brain is always going over here, going over there. Every time you hear, it's like for me, music, I hear something, it's instant. Like I'm thinking of things, you know what I mean? And when like your art, for instance, I'm an artist. I draw, I paint, I do. So when I see that, I'm looking at all the little details. You know what I mean?
Word.
What do you do to try to get that to turn off when you need to turn it the fuck off? Because I know that it's difficult as fuck to turn that shit off.
I think that's an excellent segue from the first question, like approach to art, right? It's the whole conversation but this is as much escapism as anything, right? From the realities of the world. We were talking about some of these headlines we were just talking about beforehand, right? And there's so much tragedy, destruction, corruption that's going on in the world. A lot of people want to focus on that with a lot of people doom scrolling and whatnot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I stay aware of current events as much as the next person, right? You got to be aware of what's going on in the world and the suffering, and especially our political climate that we're living in. I know a lot of people are really stressed out, and the frequency and vibration of that is heavy. But turning it off, as far as like, you know what I mean?
When you need a moment, because sometimes the brain is it goes a little much.
Yeah, I can, and that's something my mom has noticed about that. She gets concerned about a lot of the detail that I put into my stuff. She's like, "How do you do that? Like, how much?" Because she said, as a kid, I used to just be able to spend time with Legos or Lincoln Logs, GI Joes, and just go to town for like an hour or two. You know what I mean? Like whatever, and really focus on that. But I think that, with reading, just really meditation, prayer, running. I like to, make sure that you got to take care of mind, body, and soul.
Right.
We're a trinity as in existence, right? So if you're not eating right, if you're not cooking, if you're not reading and getting some information elsewhere, listening to music, watching movies, etc., or actually just conversations, maybe playing a game of chess with some friends. You know what I'm saying? You got to be well rounded and well balanced. So that's what we talk about a Renaissance man or a Renaissance artist. I think about just trying to be a whole person and striving to be the best person you can be on the daily.
That's a tough one, because I'm doing, like, I'm struggling to get through this book, and I love Dylan, but I'm struggling because if I start reading like that book in particular and it's talking about music, I'm immediately like gone, and then I want to sit down.
You're a lefty. You're a lefty. I know that. You're a lefty as well.
Nope.
Right. Lefty. You're right hand. Okay, I'm about to say right on.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's really difficult for me to like shut it off. But what I do like is when there's nothing, dead silence, nothing. I can sit in fucking silence like it's nothing. But the moment that silence is broken, I'm fucked. You know what I'm saying?
What is it about the silence that you like?
Interesting.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
I don't know.
You feel like it's so like your mind isn't racing. You're just
isn't
clear.
doing
You're
anything.
good. Just whatever.
Nothing. I'm not even like doing any breathing exercises or nothing. Just silence. Just absolute fucking silence. No TV, no nothing.
I don't mind it either.
Yeah.
I never really thought about that.
Yeah. But the moment I hear like anything, then it's click, everything's back on.
Would you call being at the lake silence though? If you're with
Nah,
nature,
it's too much going on.
if you're with nature, you know
Nope.
what I mean. I think being in
Too
like
much
in the
going
forest or something like that, there's still
Well, if you could find a spot in nature where
there's a
there was
lot
no
of there's a
people.
lot of peace out there. I think.
Nah, I've
There's
been
a
in nature.
Is there a difference between
I
peace?
grew up in nature.
So this is is there a difference between peace and silence in your mind?
In my mind, probably. Wait, what the fuck? Am I getting interviewed?
But that's what I'm saying. That peace is silence. Is silence equivalent to peace? There's peace equivalent to silence.
I think so. I think for me, it is equivalent to peace. Because I've been in nature. I've been, but there's always like, there's wind hitting the fucking leaves. There's something. I need nothing. I need to hear that in your ears. You know what I mean? When there's no sound, no nothing, and just I need that. In order for my brain to stop moving, I need that. But yeah, that's me. I'm a weirdo. So
yeah, I think conversely. I think conversely. I think I'm always thinking of like angles and trying to view the world and see in different, in a real 360, XYZ access type, level that I don't think I could turn it off.
yeah,
And I don't think I'd want to.
Mr. 20% wants to know what's your favorite media to work with.
Good. My favorite media to work with.
What's your favorite medium when doing art?
Good question. I like, honestly, man, good old fashioned pencil and ink. I'm a real I like the sketchiness, the fades, the shadows of things, the architecture of the work. I've been getting more into watercolors of late and really getting into some digital mediums, using Krita to really draft some things up, but still good old fashioned, nothing like just pen and paper, man. Just really like the hardcore. I think it's like the anti-AI in this world of like AI generated images and shit that we see out there. Some of the shit looks just grotesque to me. You know what I mean? I look at some of these AI images and it just damn near gives me a headache, honestly, to look at some of it. And I think that's why I like pencil, pen and paper, and just ink, good old fashioned Prismacolors, markers, grayscale stuff. And sometimes some pencils and some watercolors. Ultimately, I've even been getting into like dipping like quills and using like old school shit, like authentic like Jack Kirby, Frank Ditko, and Like, yeah, a lot of the old school artists that did like the old Spider-Man and Marvel shit that I'm a fan of from 1978, you
The
know,
good shit.
the back in the day shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
bought
yeah,
my friend some
ink,
quills for her birthday.
ink. Some
Yeah.
quills. You guys using quills? That's what's up. Calligraphy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some good shit.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. I mean, like I can relate to a lot of everything that you're saying. When did you? So we know that you said earlier that you started rapping first, right?
Work.
Then went into production. When did you? What was the first time you picked up a pen or pencil and was like, "Holy crap, I can draw my ass off"?
I guess I got to maybe rewind that question because I guess if you're talking about art and if we're talking about music, I'm using MPC. I'm using MPC.
No.
beats
I'm
and
talking
then I
about
start
drawing because I'm
Yeah.
getting
Which one
there.
came first?
Which one came first?
What element for you came first?
art.
Art,
Yeah,
graffiti, right?
yeah. I was drawn as a kid, and I was just mimicking comic books a lot of
Right.
times
I
and
did
drawing
that too.
superheroes and jets and shit.
Yeah.
Cool shit. Transformers and Voltron and Transformers and what I'm saying, Godzilla.
What
I
happened
was
when
all
you
sorts of
saw
shit.
the first time you saw graffiti?
First time I saw graffiti, first time I saw like break-in or wild style. First, we were talking about the first album I bought, right? The show. Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh, the
Right.
show. That's the first vinyl I bought. Growing up listening to Roxanne and UTFO and The Message and Furious Five and just as a kid, man, like just rocking linoleum. Growing up in Ravenswood, first time you bring linoleum literally bringing, linoleum and cardboard to the playground to break, right?
Again, she doesn't know what you're talking about.
We grew up in Albany Park.
That doesn't have
Albany
anything to
Park.
do with what he just said. He's talking about linoleum
Yeah,
and cardboard.
linoleum and cardboard
Yep.
and break-in and you know
Shut
what
your
I'm
ass
saying
up.
and like skateboard culture
Yeah.
but yeah, a lot of skateboard culture, so that crossed over I think a lot of times and like a lot of, sticker bombing and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And so growing up with a lot of the kids that were already writing on walls and spray painting. First time I saw graffiti though, it was a shock to the system for sure.
Yeah.
I think
As an artist, yeah.
to understood that you could like because it was public, right?
Right.
It's public, and it really just starts to blur the lines. Like, wait, we could do that, and so
Yeah.
the rush of actually, running the lines or playing on public property, and
Mhm.
running from the cops, and taking racking,
So you know
racking gear and
You
shit.
know Fear, Shot Rock Nation.
Yes,
Yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah.
I met Fear, and I forget the other guy's name, but I ended up being really good friends with Fear. I met him at Guitar Center up north by DePaul.
Word.
Yeah, that's where I met him back in
Back when
09.
Demon Dogs was there.
He ended up moving to Atlanta.
Did you know the Wet Crew cats, the CMW cats growing up back in the
CMW,
day?
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know them personally, but I've
Yep.
heard of them.
Dad Crew, Lincoln Park, man. What up? All my old school cats, man.
Yeah, it's all the old hoods.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So first of all, let's get to this question. He says, well, he's not really a question. I guess he's saying something. The light and dark contrast with pencil and pastel are my majority of my pieces, but I'm teaching myself airbrush now. Do you airbrush?
That's so that I do airbrush digitally, actually. That's part of my digital paint mediums and just understanding like Krita is basically like a Photoshop program, right? And these tools are just limitless at this point, man. And so I think just, learning the fundamentals, but once you start to translate to some of these things that they can do, some of the shortcuts and patterns that are already there for you. But yeah, definitely explore color. I think that color is really where I want to, I'm exploring more lately because it just brings so much more depth and pop to your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it takes a black and white image and all of a sudden it's like actually in the room with you, essentially, right?
So I asked you the question about art when you first saw it and everything because of something you said earlier about AI. And I've talked to a lot of artists, being producers, artists that actually paint, draw, everything like that. And there are some who are worried about AI and worried about artists actually losing out because of AI. And like, what are your thoughts on that? AI generated art, any form of art that's AI generated.
there's so many. I don't know if I could really have an opinion yet about it, but I will say I think there's just some ideas about it. I haven't formulated. I can't say I have an answer for that, right? But I do think that's similar to any technology that we've introduced, and people just losing their mind, losing their shit over it. You know, like whether it's the calculator, the computer, the IBM, and at every turn.
That's a good thought.
We always lose our shit, and and in my lifetime, I've seen the whole cycle from a cassette. I'm from '73, so when you see 8-track cassettes, vinyl, you know what I'm saying? Back when we were doing cassettes back in the day, the CDs, all these mediums, we talk about to streaming. And so, of course, I don't really trip. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
As an artist, I think as a person, as a real true creative,
it's not.
I don't think we concern ourselves with it too much. That's just like when the MPC came out, everybody got scared that musicians were going to be out of a fucking job. And I feel the same way, like about music, music and just art in general.
Right.
Because nothing, I was talking to my daughter the other day, is like the ingenuity of the human mind. There's nothing. You can't put that in a computer and make it happen. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
A human is going to figure some shit out that a computer could never calculate. If you tied my ass up and I needed to get the fuck up out of that jam, I'm going to figure my way out of it. You know what I mean? And there's certain things that AI can't figure out or can't see within that realm of thinking. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Well, that's absolutely. I think it's interesting though, because truthfully, I've actually started to dabble in it, right? Because you can't help but do it. You better get with the program.
Yeah.
You don't be left behind and be like, oh, we were one of the last people to get a computer in our house. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the so. I've started asking it a couple of prompts and just more like a dialogue and assisting in some of the things that I'm writing. Like, hey, I'm writing this character. What would this character say? And just kind of having a dialogue, as well as I was like building with you. So what do you think this person would say if they walked in the room and woo, 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 X, Y, and Z, right? So using it as more of an assistant to navigate what I'm writing and support what I'm writing, rather than actually giving a prompt to actually write my whole damn script and story for me. Right.
I don't think a computer can ever.
It's the difference. It's an assistant.
Replicate the human experience. Because there's something about the human experience.
Because the cultural aspect of it is not there. There's no experience.
I watched because Google they just dropped a new AI that's fucking beating everybody down. It's like, and you do prompts, and they were showing a stand-up comedian, because it also does background noise, does everything to whatever the prompt is, and they had us fucking doing stand-up comedy, and it was all AI. And then they had a rapper, and I thought to myself, when looking at it, he was rapping about fucking this new AI, right? And it's all AI generated. And I thought, well, that's not a rapper. That's not an MC. Like, not in my eyes. Like, it was just it was maybe it's because that's what everything is right now. He had on the chain with the diamonds and the, little tiny chain and big ass medallion with diamonds, and he was rapping. It was a trap shit, but I was like, because they were talking about, this is hip hop and this is rap or whatever, and I was like, I looked at it, I was like, no, that's not.
That's what they told it.
Yeah, but if that's what if the AI, I think, is scouring the internet and that's pretty much what's out there, that's probably what it's gonna see.
So we're gonna pull from.
There are some of us, like my man's right here, yourself included, because I'm giving you props just only because the show you suck stuff, because I learned some things. But there are certain things that we see with our eyes in people, and we automatically know, yeah, that's a hip hop motherfucker right there. He probably an old school hip hop motherfucker, or that motherfucker right there is hip hop, or I bet he does graffiti, or you know what I'm saying. You can kind of tell if you've been doing it, you've been around it, you live it. You can tell when you see somebody.
Yeah, and really knowing the differences.
Yeah, the nuances.
Do everything hip hop.
The subtleties. Yeah.
Brush my teeth, hip hop, man.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think that that driving force for it? You told me earlier kind of what inspired you, but what do you think that driving force is that made it such a part of your life?
It's community, man. It's people. It's people as being a part of something that is bigger than myself. Again, the people that I've been able to meet, I've showed up, I've been at a lot of shows, so many shows. I talk about, just seeing all the heads out there and support, whether it's local acts or, other acts that have come through. But it's been about people and the time spent with others, or ultimately the memories of the travels, or the times that, we got we were, you know, bombing over here, or somebody was throwing up in a car over there. You know, saying at the times like, you know, the old, like, you know, some of the parties that were thrown back in the 90s, the loft parties. Like talking about going back to like some of the Dem Dare times, the times at the Note, the times at in Wicker Park where we were hosting a weekly called Respect the Mic, you know, with Sidewalk Scholars. And so after Sub T would let out, and this is back when you know, big up 606 Shadow, Lady Nye, Jory, and Ken Solo. This is back when Pacifics were hosting with Norm Rockwell and spinning on the decks, right? And Jory, and so we would have like this joint would start at like 2 a.m. when Sub T would finish because that was a 4 a.m. spot.
You talking about Double Door?
I'm talking about the Note.
Oh, the Note.
When the Note was on Milwaukee, and so we'd have that spilling out. And I'm sorry, may I digress from your question about it was about what really made me stick to it, right? And just the energy, man, the energy of it. I mean, when you go to Lower Links, and I remember, you know, again, big out to Duro and Big Lips, and you know, the first time, shout out Duro, man, and like, you know, the Lower Links times, the Blue Gargoyle times, the HPK times, rest in peace, Peely Fresh, you know. And I wanted to start off this show a little bit more again, man, talking about a lot of people that we've lost, man, like Uncle Heck. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people that didn't hear Terry D, my Nomad brother. You know what I'm saying? As we start to get older, man, we start to lose people. Timbuk 3. You know, there's a lot of people that we've lost over these years, man, that it just continues to happen. And we ain't getting any younger, man. And so I reflect a lot of times about a lot of the people that I've seen over the time. And that's really what it was about, man. The heads, whether it was the brick heads battling, throwing down, you know what I'm saying? Whether it was the battle at the Eagle, whether it was open mics here, whether it was ciphers, you know what I'm saying, with all these different cats, all city men. So I think it was really just about the people, man.
Yeah, I agree. That's one thing about hip hop that I always feel, especially when you meet people, you know what I mean? Like-minded people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's nothing more than greater than meeting like-minded hip hop people.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's an instant love. It's an instant respect. It's an instant like, oh, this is my family type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Third Rail, Kevin Beecham up at WNUR, you know what I mean? Like all these DJs, man, like, you know what I'm saying? Just like, yeah, there's tons of people, man.
I've made a lot of lifelong friendships just off music, you know, just off of fucking breakdancing and DJing and graffiti, like lifelong friends, just off of that alone, you know what I mean? And we all went through our own struggles in life, but at the end of the day, a lot of those people I can call or they call me, and it's just like old times, just like
pick right up where you left.
Yeah, it's like the brother you haven't talked to in a long ass time.
Reminds me, yeah. My guy Mike Specs, man. You remember my guy Mike Specs, man, and you know what I'm saying? Like we did Windy City Classic, you know what I'm saying? We got some just joints that, you know, live on forever, man. Well, I think one of the illest back and forth joints that was ever done in Chicago between me and Mike on that.
You did the battle scene too?
A little bit back in the day, man. I've battled some cats, you know what I'm saying? I think I've always been more about actually writing songs and actually compositions and, you know, and actually, you know, making music, whether it was with the Nomads or with Stony or getting on mixtapes. And actually, you know, a lot of people remember me for some of the first stuff I did, arroz con frijoles, beans and rice, right? And like, that was like, it was a hook back in like the early 90s, man. Right. People still say that to me to this day, man. Like, yo, G-Spot, you know, like,
that's what's
arroz con frijoles, like, what's up? Yeah, you know, that's like from the early 90s, man. Back when I was like dreaded, like a kid with dreads, man. If I could show you brought some pictures, man. I used to have some dreads, and you know, back in the day, like I was 19.
Were you a backpacker?
Yeah, as a backpacker, 19, man. Riding on the train, mean streaks, etching on the backs, etching on the windows, man. You know what I'm saying? Just hanging out with the cats, and you know what I'm saying, smoking blunts, man. Running from the cops. Shit was illegal back then, remember?
Right.
You remember your first rhyme you ever wrote?
The first rhyme I ever wrote. So freshman year, Lincoln Park High School. This is circa 89, 90. I was going around the hallways, always spitting like NWA or like De La Soul, and like, you know what I'm saying? I was always spitting other people's like.
You was just walking around down the hallway. Fuck the
police. Always spitting other people's shit. You know, Big Daddy Kane, BDK, and like, you know, my philosophy. Let us begin. What, where, why, or when. Let me explain. I'm saying, I'm a kid and just constantly spitting other people's shit. And somebody asked me one day, like, why don't you just write your own shit, man? Somebody said that shit to me one day, like, why don't you just write your own shit? I was like, yeah, you know what? You're right. And I started writing my own shit, and the rest is history. I actually started writing, and I've just got volumes, man. I do have volumes of notebooks. How many notebooks do you have? I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I wish I had my notebooks from back in the day.
Right?
I got
like,
a bunch of notebooks here, but they're just all like, you know, a little
Yeah.
bit of a verse here because my brain, like, I'll sit down and I'll be thinking about writing shit, and I'll start and I'll get like 8, 9 bars in, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, let me do this over here, and then I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? And then before you know it, I'm doing something else, and then I'm like, oh, I'll get back to it. I got in my notes in my phone probably about 12 rhymes that need to be finished. They're all like 6 bars, and there's like 8 bars here.
What is it about the 6 though? It's always 6.
Because you have to end all of it ends in even numbers. You can't just leave that shit at a
But I'm just saying, like, it's always fucking 6.
I'm gonna say this though. You know what though? Like, some people will argue that it's probably still the case, but my first rhyme was whack as fuck.
Do you
I was
remember it?
whack, yo. I was hella whack. I remember like being whack as fuck growing up, and like motherfuckers be like, "Yeah, bro, you still some of the motherfuckers be out there like trolling right now." Like, yeah, that's still the case. Ha ha. I'm still self-deprecating. Ha
Do
ha.
you remember it?
Do I remember that verse? No, I do not remember that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, thank God. I had to forget it. I had to forget that shit,
Everybody
dude.
says
Get that shit
I
out of
don't
here.
remember.
I don't
And you know
remember
why I
that
call
shit, dude. But it was
I call
fucking
cap.
bad. It was
I call
bad.
cap.
I was whack as shit.
You know why I
dude.
call cap?
I was whack.
Because I remember my shit. And there's no way, as an MC, because I started off, you know, well, I started off DJing and then, breakdancing and graffiti, then DJing, then MCing, and then production. We all remember our first shit. That's like we all remember that first girl. You know what I'm saying? No, you know, I don't mean to, you know, we all remember that first. We all remember the first. So of course you remember the first rhyme. If what you looking at me like that for? What was that look for? Anyways, we all remember our first rhyme. You know, if you sat down and had to think about it, you'd at least be able to get 3 or 4 bars out.
Maybe.
Let's go.
Interesting fact. We were one of the first local cats to record. So with Sidewalk Scholars, the name of the crew was The Grasses before we were the Sidewalk Scholars. This was me, Beat Daddy Fish. Now that was a weird dynamic because I was on stage getting wrecked and Fish was sitting there just playing the beats and like just standing there kind of like just on the sidelines, right? Like, so you got this nerdy kid just standing there hitting play and this MC just going ham on stage and shit, right? So it was a really weird dynamic. But we recorded that record though at the Wild Hair. If you remember, the Wild Hair was a reggae spot up on Clark Street, and so we actually recorded that live because we had family up in there. So we had a live recording that was on cassette, and that was called "You Can't Bluff Father Time or Fool Mother Nature."
What was you said the name of the group was?
The Grasses.
What does that mean? Like if the grass is greener on the other side?
The grass is, it was just dot, dot, dot. That was the name of the grass is, and that was able, because we obviously were weed heads, you know what I'm saying? They were obvious weed heads. It was obvious weed heads reference. And so on this record, we had a song, and then later we had a song called another gratuitous weed song. So we ended up
Why does every MC have a weed song?
and that's what the name was the song. Another gratuitous weed song.
Even if you don't smoke weed, you have a weed song.
I do have a weed verse on the song that was.
Oh no, you know what? Actually, no. I just said that. I'm gonna get that bag real quick. Thank you.
And that guy wrote. This was in 94, 95. They were like,
"Man, my mom
joint." And I was like, "I don't smoke." And they're like, "So." But I mean, I was around enough weed heads to be able to,
kind of figure it out. You can fumble your way through.
I wanted to bring. I just wanted to share with you. This is the album. This is the CD that we did in 2006. Science is Good, and so that was released. I don't know. We recorded that in EV Studios in Evanston in 06. That's me, B Daddy Fish, and DJ Form. Big up Form on the decks, and so that album dropped. Science is Good, and that's got another gratuitous weed song on it.
Right.
That's featuring Pugs Adams as well. Big up Pugs.
Shout out Pugs, man.
Pugs is on that, on Ice Cold. He's featured. We got Ramsey Judson from IL. We got Bobby on there. Demon from the Nomads is on there. And yeah, man, it's been a great, again, the journey's been great, man. So
Even an outright history lesson in Chicago hip hop. That's what's up.
back when CDs were still a thing, dude. You know what I'm saying? So
Were
yeah,
you
and
at
I just started uploading this on YouTube, by the
Oh,
way.
that's what's up.
Like Kevin Beecham from Time Travel was been asking and other people have been asking where is this at digitally, because this was not released digitally.
You know that you
I just started throwing it up on YouTube.
what about damn, I just forgot the name of it. Spotify or anything. What's
I
the
got
other one?
I got a release coming out, by the way. Actually, it's called God's Lessons. And I'm
Mhm.
gonna be dropping something in about a week or two, and that's gonna be on all platforms coming out. So
Okay.
I actually got a single coming out coming next week, next couple of weeks.
That's what's up. Yeah, a real. This is like a real treat for me because I'm really hip hop horny right now because all
It's
of
a
this stuff
blessing,
is
blessings on blessings.
yeah, all of this stuff just like it's like going down memory lane and at the same time learning some shit about Chicago hip hop and
Word.
the familiarity of it to me, you know, it's like kindred, if that makes any sense. You know what I'm saying? So like, even though his journey is different than mine, I feel his journey. I understand his journey. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming you do.
Mm-hmm.
We chill.
Yeah, you
You
do.
see how you troll me? You know,
Yeah,
mm.
I'm just
What's up? What's good? We good?
I
He
don't
good?
know.
We good? He
I
good?
don't
About to
know.
light one up?
Don't
My
know.
mom- I can't do it. See, my mom will whoop my ass. She's like, "Are you smoking online? She's like, are you really just out here blazing blunts on the internet, on the interwebs,
on the
and
interwebs.
shit?" You know what I'm saying?
Man, everybody's smoking. There's so many
Everybody's
motherfuckers smoking now. It's
You know what
not
I'm
even
saying?
funny, man. Like,
Free your mind.
Yeah.
I know. I'm representing out here. I'm repping out here.
Well, what do you think is, well, in your opinion, what's the most special part of the Chicago art scene, Chicago hip hop scene?
So honestly, it's longevity.
Shit,
There's
okay.
longevity still, because I think that you know, a lot of things that it's gone through so many cycles, man. It's gone through so many cycles, and I still think that whether it's again 606, whether it's Sam and you know Sam I am, and
Yeah.
you know, and
Shout out to
PC
Sam
does
I
it,
Am.
whether it's Epic,
Epic
you
Uno.
know,
Shout out Epic.
whether it's you know, there's a lot of cats, man, that still continue. And again, like you said, you know, microphone misfits,
Yeah.
and
E-Nick, what up?
and there's just cats still just repping, man, and doing things, and it doesn't stop. So I think its longevity is dope. Ultimately, you know, I think that that some of the especially some of the younger cats, you know what I'm saying? I know we talk about some of the more drill, the trap scene, you know what I'm saying, and where I wonder like some of the cypher culture and like where the music is going, like I said, as far as like versus hip hop, and like you said, not necessarily some of the backpacker conscious type shit, you know what I'm saying? Because it's all relative, but I think a lot of the youth movement is more diverse with it, right? Because it's not just hip hop for the youth, right? They might have a set where there's some R&B, there's some comedy, there's some, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
like, and it's really an eclectic type of thing, you know what I mean? So back in the day where we would just show up to some hip hop shit and head nod all day, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is the raw shit, you know what I'm saying? I think a lot of the youth want a little bit more, have a more open-minded perspective on it.
Well, they all grew up with, you know, us as parents. And
Right.
I don't think there's any, I said this on Mic Drop. I don't think there's any real hip hop head. A real hip hop head didn't just listen to hip hop. They listen. You listen to rock. You listen to grunge. You listen to little country. You listen to a little bit of everything.
Whatever pulled you in whatever direction.
Yeah,
bro. Back in the late '90s and early 2000s, we would have shows over at Fireside Bowl on Fullerton and Western, which was known for punk rock shows. And we would actually collaborate with other punk rock bands and have hip hop and punk shows, you know, back to back.
That's how it was in New York in the very beginnings of hip hop at CBGB's.
Right.
It was basically outcast because
Word.
if you were a hip hop, which it wasn't really that yet, and people didn't understand what motherfuckers were doing, they would be there at CBGB's. And the same with all the punk rockers, because that was the beginning of punk rock. That's why you have a lot of punk rock musicians and shit that ended up doing hip hop shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, I get that. Yeah, I understand that. That's dope. That's awesome as fuck. And I love hip hop. You know,
Yes.
it's done more for me. You know, I've had some, you know, really wild times in hip hop too. As well, the culture, it breeds a little bit of wildness. You gotta kind of have a little wild hair up your ass, so to speak, a little bit.
But
You
I
got to
do,
be one of
but I
those.
do think,
Yeah.
like you said, man, I listen to a whole bunch of shit, man. Because I mean, I grew up on Chicago house. If you're from Chicago and you front on house, I don't know what's wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? You can't, whatever, all this hip hop versus house shit. I'm from Chicago. I'm not gonna front at all.
Oh,
Fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? I know this is a hip hop thing. You know what I'm saying? But that's just,
Ryan once said certified vets.
you know what I'm saying? Like that's just my perspective on it.
No, you a
If
vet.
you,
You a
you know what I'm
certified
saying?
vet.
Like
Come on, man.
I'm gonna claim house music, you know, to the utmost, you know, shit from Chicago. As much as I love hip hop, you know what I'm saying? And I rap and I spit, and I'm, you know, like we talk about that, but oh my lord, man, being from Chicago, that's just something that's, you know, special and spiritual to me, man. It's
That shirt.
it's gospel to me, real talk.
Where did you get that shirt?
This the Pete Rock joint, man. This
Okay.
is a Pete Rock shirt, man. And just
No, I
wanted
know
to
it's
rep
that, but
this.
where,
Yeah.
like, because
Where did I see
Marlon
this?
did
I
one of
forget,
them.
man.
He did
I
one of those
forget.
back in the day at a Revolver.
Where
Yeah.
Yeah, that's see, man, reminiscing about again the journeys, man. Like big up Marlon, man. Give him my regards.
DJ Mar.
Yeah,
I'll
man.
give you a call, brother, if you're watching.
We can't
I will
believe
call
that,
you.
man.
Hold on, I should call him. Let me see if I can get him on the phone.
Get him on here, man. It's
Just real
crazy.
quick,
It's crazy.
I always like to ask for people who are, you know, either former or active or participants in Chicago hip hop.
Says there's my pool player. Quote, shout out, quote.
Hey, what's good? What's good, my
I
man?
told him he didn't want to smoke the other night on the show.
Salute.
He was somebody else that was speaking very highly of you, and he said something about you on the pool table. And I said, you don't want no smoke with him.
Hey, man, let's get a race to 5 going. Quote, please and thank you, man. Meet me at Chris's. Let's go.
Please and
Let's
thank you.
do it.
You did, but yes,
I hate please and thank you because it's so presumptuous. You know what I'm saying? And I hate Dookie and Boo Boo.
You know
I
what I'm
hate those
saying?
words.
But with
Never be
please, but do
pretentious.
you don't think there's a place for please and thank you
Not
ever?
at all.
So-
Because you I'm sorry, we got to get this out of our system. No. Because please is ask, can you do this for me, please? And if you immediately say thank you, and I haven't even had a chance to say if I'm going to do it or not, that's pretty fucking presumptuous.
But okay, what if it was one of your kids?
No, they don't get that pass.
Please,
Fuck no.
thank you.
Well,
Chop chop. It's like chop chop. We're just, you're making it happen here.
Oh yeah.
I did have a kind of answer to the question, about we were talking about this whole political climate, this whole like world. There's a lot of stress that people are dealing with. I know a lot of people like always doom scrolling and texting bullshit, whether they're Facebooking bullshit or whether they're watching
Just absorbing just
or
all
whether
type
they're
of.
watching some Kardashian shit or Housewives of this. And God bless us. We all got guilty pleasures. I know, you know what I'm saying? But I think like a lot of people more focusing on a more spiritual life, more healthy life, watching their diet, taking care of their family, you know what I'm saying? Focusing on things that are productive, real, healthy. Where is your mind? Where is your energy? Where is your treasure? Taking care of your family, your daughter, rather than, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people are just doing a lot of the wrong shit on the regular. So a lot of times this the art, again, like idle hands make the devil's work, as they say, right? So I stay busy as hell putting, whether I'm, producing something, writing something, making some art, rather than be out doing some bullshit or playing pool, whatever it is. I just believe in being constructive in some way, shape, or form, and art is my outlet. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. So I think that's part of the conversation. But what as an artist, like, it's painful, man, because I think as a person, I see a lot of bullshit that's going on in the world, man. You know what I'm saying? I think it's more of an outlet because otherwise I'll go crazy.
Yeah, I can see that.
I second that notion.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? We have come to that time, and
You get to spit.
no, not yet.
Oh, are you eager for that?
Yes.
We can skip all of this shit and fast forward.
Hold on. This is a segment we call "You Got the Shit,"
We can hopscotch to the bar.
and it's a bunch of questions. It's a series of questions. They have no right or wrong answers. It's an opinion or it's a fact. It's whatever you want it to be. I'm not gonna say shit about it. My co-host usually says a whole bunch of bullshit about it. He fights with everybody, but just questions, man. So yeah. And there's no right or wrong answer. No right or wrong answer. But you got to start off with the main one. I just need it.
This is a segment called "You Got to Chill."
Yeah.
Yeah, this is his favorite fucking question.
It's one of them, but it's because it's interesting.
Yeah, I
Big
guess.
ups.
Give
All
me
right.
context, please.
All right, so you wake up tomorrow,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is for 24 hours. You look like this person, you sound like this person, If you spoke to this person's mother, they would think you were them. Your handwriting matches this person's. So if you're with your financial advisor in the bank and you're like, man, I need to check the cash for like $2 million. I got some shit to do. They're gonna be like, all right, cool. So if you woke up tomorrow and you were Drake
For 24 hours.
for 24 hours, what's the first thing you're gonna do?
From Drake?
Yeah. So you know you're still you, but everybody else.
Everybody else.
You're Aubrey Graham.
You're Aubrey Graham. You're Aubrey Graham for 20. You see his motherfucking face? You're Aubrey Graham. Uh-oh. Don't knock down Dylan.
Okay.
This man done knocked down Dylan.
That shit surprised the shit out of me, man.
Yeah.
All right.
He said,
bro.
Drake.
What?
Drake.
It's like it took it back like a second to.
Okay.
Now, what the
I'm
fuck
Drake.
did she
I'm
just
Drake
say?
tomorrow. First thing I'm doing?
Yeah.
First thing I'm doing.
First thing. First 5 if you're feeling frisky.
I'm gonna pop a cap in Kendrick's ass.
You're gonna pop a cap in Kendrick's ass?
That's my favorite. That's my favorite answer. What the fuck does that mean? Are we talking about literally?
You're gonna literally shoot Kendrick?
You got some bars? Like what we
I'm
doing?
fucking Drake tomorrow?
Yeah.
The first
Well,
thing
it's
I'm
only
fucking
gonna be in
doing,
jail for
man.
24 hours, so it don't matter.
That's the first thing I'm fucking doing, man. Fucking assassinated my entire fucking my whole
Yeah.
character and career, motherfucker. No.
That's fucking dope, kinda.
Yeah.
The first
I
thing I'm
love it.
fucking doing,
I mean,
bro.
not
Smoking
good for
fucking
Kendrick.
smoking
I mean,
fucking
well,
Kendrick, bro.
you know.
First thing I'm fucking doing.
Not good for Kendrick.
It's
but
terrible, because that's what rappers do nowadays, isn't it? It's a terrible joke. I got a dark sense of fucking humor. That's a
Yeah,
terrible
well,
fucking joke. It's crass.
What else? Is
I
there
know.
going?
That's terrible. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
No,
I apologize.
I respect it.
That was a pretty.
And
That
the
was-
first.
That's a first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Smoking
Yeah.
You got the head nod on that one.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, fuck.
Bad for Kendrick,
Yeah, bad for
but he did a
Kendrick,
good
bro.
head nod on that one.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We're talking hip hop, like motherfucker, you violated on principle, like all that shit.
Yeah.
You talk shit. The fuck real. I got one for his ass, real shit, like real talk. I'll be out
Alright.
there. Other than that, though, I'm Jake. The second thing I'm doing though, having one of those fucking ridiculous pool parties he probably has with all the fucking.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I'm doing that. Second.
I didn't see that one coming, but you're not the first person. No, you first person that said pool party.
Some shit like that, you know.
But
Jacuzzi party, pool party, all that
what's his
shit.
name from what's the name of the record label? I
Sex
forget.
and violence, man. That's
Oh,
the
he
first
wanted
thing.
to- he wanted
you
to-
see how easy that shit is? It's sex and violence.
Go through
man.
his
That's the first
phone
thing you
and-
do.
He wanted to. His first thing he said.
And I lead with violence.
Yeah, he.
Yeah. All right.
Sound like a real hip hop head. I'm leading with violence. Yeah.
So
Please
you
come
gonna
get
do
you
it,
at the
guys.
goddamn swim party,
You know what I'm
right?
saying? Right.
Handcuffed in a
Cuffed out.
swimsuit.
Right.
Oh, fuck this shit. man.
Exactly.
Right. Let's take it to the stage,
Yeah,
guys.
TMZ will love that shit.
So you get the pool party. I like that. Okay. Because somebody was on the show before and they said one of the first things they do is hit Drake, all of Drake's DMs. He's banging them all. So, I mean, that was his thing. So, you know.
But second thing.
Second,
That's second thing.
Mhm.
Exactly.
what about
So
the
it's
bread?
It's the bread?
Yeah. I mean, you go into the bank, they don't know it's you.
Yeah.
You can
We got
sign
5
up.
things to do though. So
No, I just
you
said
do
I
whatever
was
you
fucking
want.
with you. If you
got
got
24
5,
hours,
we got
you got
24 hours.
24 things to do.
Yeah.
we got 24 hours. So that was like Jack Bauer. So we get Jack Bauer. So we got to show it. Okay, we get Jack Bauer this whole shit. Then I got 24 hours. So. Damn, bro.
That also.
Okay.
Jack Bauer.
That's
Yeah,
all right.
like prison break vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
man. 24
okay.
hours of Drake and shit. That's a whole new show. Y'all need to be. There's a whole premise. Damn.
Yeah.
All right.
Didn't think of that.
You know, then you got to go. You know, yeah, I empty the bank account. Go do a show. Go to take a flight, and
The flight's gonna cost you. It's gonna eat up some time.
absolutely. But we're gonna be in the Mile High Club and eating sushi. And that's what we're gonna be doing. So then we're gonna be in the Mile High Club. We're gonna be in the Mile High Club. We're gonna go eat sushi, and then we're just gonna go finish it off in like someplace in like Nigeria or something, bro.
Nigeria.
Yeah, Bunda.
Nigeria. That's a.
So you gonna end up your 24 hours in
Nigga, Africa.
Yeah, Drake's gonna wake up in Nigeria like, what the fuck?
Right, I'm gonna leave his ass
What the fuck, Brody?
amongst the Dora Balaje, amongst the Dora Balaje from Black Panther and shit, bro.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, how it's gonna look for me.
I am not mad at you, sir.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm not mad at you at all.
Sorry. Like, what's wrong with
We
Berg?
need to even
Like,
ask you
what is
more
this nigga
motherfucking
talking about?
questions.
Yeah, we do.
God damn. Okay. All right. Viral or slow grind? In terms of
Getting to
your
it.
career.
Getting to it.
Yeah. Just let's race to the bag.
Viral or slow grind? At this point, viral, shit. Yeah, it's been a slow grind.
So for you, would it be a race to the bag, or would it be a race to just free expression?
There's this quote that says, "One day you will meet a man who cares not for fame or wealth, and then you will know how poor you truly are."
Yeah,
That's nice.
that is very nice.
Can you repeat that one more time for the idiots out there?
That's very Khalil Gibran right there.
So I might be paraphrasing, but it says, "One day you will meet a man who cares not for fame or wealth, and then you will know how poor you truly are."
That's a banger.
Mm-hmm.
That's a banger. That's some real shit. That oh man, that's crazy because I was thinking about something very similar to that. What was I doing? I was listening to some podcast or something, and somebody had said something very similar to that. And it really had me thinking about shit. You know what I mean? Because within this culture, we deal with a lot of different characters and different people. And there are some people who have a lot of agendas, you know, and then you have the haters, and then you have, you know, just a whole lot of shit. And the question was basically like, would you still do it if there was no money? And I'm, you know, shit, yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
we not sitting on 40 bags right now.
No,
Shit.
I mean, you know, shit. I'm sitting on $20.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Well, technology and access is really what a lot of it will water down the whole production and quality of
Right.
shit, right? Like if everybody back in the day, you had to be able to go to the studio. Not everybody could afford an MPC or the you know the
I
floppies
say it all the
to
time.
go in there or to build a studio or a ADAT, you know, tape that we were recording on. So if you couldn't record that equipment, you couldn't, you know, do shit. And so, you know,
And,
word.
you know,
Oh shit, my salute. Um, and then but then once everybody gets, you know, the digital this, that, and the third, that's why you just get this easiest ass shit. And as you just
Right.
crank out here, you go from, you know, from that to they post it, and before you know it, they're on fleek. And all of a
Right.
sudden, you know what I'm saying, you got 1 million and something hits and the most ratchet shit. The most, you
Mhm.
know, and I often wonder, man, about, you know, how the most bass music is the most hot shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do we understand, how do we justify this, you know what I'm saying, amongst our people?
Oh, that's a question for quote, man. Let me
Yeah.
ask you if you.
Yes, I do. I'm an APA.
you know, he
I'm a
be having
5.
side
Yeah,
conversations in the
yeah,
comments.
I'm an APA 5, Ace.
Yeah. Shit. All right. Where we at with it?
What's more powerful in your hands? A blank check or the tools you feel you need to get where you need to be artistically?
This is kind of like that again. I think the same, like teach a man to fish sort of thing. Tools and resources. Money at this point is just a tool and a resource. Right? I think my relationship with money has changed over the years. Where I've had enough struggles with it. I've seen it come and go enough to know it's a kind of its nature. Where I don't really worry about it as much. I'm trying to make sure that, you know, I'm healthy in mind, body, and soul. And so, like those tools and resources, I'm always going for tools, man. Like, make me a better man, give me some more resources, and add on. You know what I'm saying? Like, and honestly, I'm trying to be like, as I get older, God gave you 2 ears and one mouth for a reason. Shut the fuck up, man. Listen and learn some shit. You know what I mean?
Look at that.
And you might actually get the bag if you just shut up and like, yo, I'm trying to put you on game. I'm trying to give you some tools. How much more of a bag could I get with them tools?
Mm-hmm.
That's my
Right.
position.
Gems. I say it all the time. On
much
this
more?
show, gems are dropped. All you got to do is pay attention. Artists come in here all the time and they speak truths and they drop gems. That's a fact.
I've known people who wanted blank checks and like, you know, who wanted like lottery tickets and shit and just like, yo, I'm just trying to come up and I can't wait to just get the bag, get the bag, get the bag. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, the journey is what it's about. You know what I'm saying? If you can piece together, if you can be of service and start a business, if you can do something that contributes to your community, write a book, make a piece of art, do something productive, constructive, and provide a service for others, be a part of the exchange. That's what it's about.
Wow. That's dope. That's what's up.
Your paper should be fluid, and that's how your paper should come. And and if the better you are at your shit, the more paper you're gonna get.
I heard that.
Okay.
And that was very eloquently put. I mean,
Yeah.
we get a lot of different answers, but that was a very, very good answer. I like that. I like that a lot.
This is interesting. It's fun.
Okay. Is a hype man needed in hip hop anymore?
Absolutely not.
You said no?
Absolutely not.
I don't know. I like that.
A hype man in hip hop, is it needed?
Yeah.
Certainly not. Is it recommended? Sure.
So how do we go from not needed to recommended? If you recommend it to somebody, that would imply
I don't
need a hype man.
I don't use one.
Well, we're not talking about you. I'm just talking about within the culture.
So some people, yes, some people don't.
I used to. It's like I don't use one. I haven't used one in a while. I'm pretty well received when I perform, and so I haven't. I just say like no. Yeah.
The economy. That's brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, man. I keep saying it all the time. Gems are dropped on this show.
Yeah, we're building. I think we were talking about. I'm losing a train of thought here, but we got a little lit on a Friday here. It's been a long day today. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. Good. That's what's up. We was feeling it. So what we were talking about?
Hype man being needed in hip hop.
You know, I think hype men are great, but it's not like split star and bust. You know what I'm saying? Like hype men used to be like the icons. You know, hype men were known. If you can't be known as a hype man, what's the purpose of a hype man? Nobody's knowing that anymore. For God's sakes, Beyonce got rid of all her hype men.
Yeah, but look. You know what I'm saying?
That's some diabolical shit right there.
It's terrible.
Diabolical shit.
What's good? What's good, Bob?
I just got what he said.
That's good, diabolical shit.
That's some real diabolical shit. When it hit me right now,
because
I'm not a Beyonce fan.
Let me fuck with you. Excuse me, dog. Come over here, Spike.
Oh, so he got rid of the Destiny bitches.
Don't call them Destiny bitches. Don't do that.
He got rid of the Destiny hoes.
Don't call them hoes. Don't do that. Don't do that.
He got rid of the Destiny.
We clouded over here.
Sometimes you just need to stand out there by yourself.
Yeah, I get that. That was a good analogy right there.
What did that comedian say? Mom knew what she was doing. She called it Destiny's Child, not Destiny's Children.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
It was funny.
Yeah. And then she gave them leave in a very graceful way.
Okay.
All right. So, well, what would you say would be the criteria for an artist? Like what would you look for in an artist that you need a motherfucking hype man?
If you need it, what were the criteria for needing one?
Yeah.
Maybe that you're like more of like a rock rap band, like you got a lot of energy. There's more like an energetic type set, you know what I'm saying? If you're more vibe than lyrics, maybe one would say, you know what I'm saying? Like
vibe than lyrics.
Yeah, some people are like, oh, it's okay, man. You don't got the greatest bars and what have you, man. You're not saying anything, groundbreaking or some shit, you know what I'm saying?
But you're entertaining.
But you're entertaining as shit, man. So you know what I'm saying? If it's about to get it popping, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, have a fucking hype, man. Knock yourself out, you know what I'm saying? But if you're like a lyricist or an MC, by all means, you know what I'm saying? No, skip that shit. You don't need that.
Okay.
Message. That's what Ace Vigo said.
Some people do that shit, of course. What? Hey, because I can't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? For real, man. If you're jumping around for your whole half of your set, hell yeah, get a hype, man.
I think like
no shit. For real.
Just collapse on stage.
Just chill.
And then
I would that sounds good. Can you do that? I'm gonna hit that real quick, man. I'm gonna do that if you don't mind.
You're doing something we never allow anybody to do. Just get up and start walking around.
I'm sorry.
But I guess that's vet.
I'm here. Fuck it.
Right, what are we gonna do?
Yeah, what are we gonna do? The man just said you don't need a hype man.
You got me comfortable.
And he's been kicking this goddamn table all night. But it's all good because in a minute we're gonna see.
All right, what came first, the poet or the rapper?
The poet. The poet came first. I was writing shit back in the day. Some of my best raps are more poetic. Like when I sit down to like write like bars and shit, sometimes you can write some stacked bars, some battle rhymes and shit. But when I end up writing like poetry prose, the bars come out a little more ill to me. Poetry prose, yeah. It sounds if there's more free form, there's more pentameter to it. You know what I'm saying?
Pentameter.
You start being able to paint and play.
He just threw a $5 word at our eyes.
Motherfucker, that's my phrase, dog. $5 word.
I just threw a $5 pentameter.
That's my phrase. Damn,
I looked that bitch up. I thought I had a fast vocabulary.
I forgot how to spell iambic though.
You get to play with pentameter and structure in a different way. You know what I mean? When you start to get more poetic with the bars a little bit. Because some people just want to be.
No, fuck, he didn't. Just
A-B.
Pentameter at a nigga. No, shout out to you though. And there he goes again. He about to be up out of here.
I'm straight.
Yeah.
All right.
post it.
Who's more important, the DJ or the producer?
Be careful. Be fucking careful.
Ouch.
Be careful.
Ouch.
Be careful.
Don't fucking listen to him.
Be careful. Just be careful.
The DJ or the producer?
Who's more important?
I'm gonna be very, very simple. The DJ is more important than the producer.
Tell me why.
That is a fundamental element. If you go back to DJ Kool Herc and in the park, and the story. I mean, like the roots of what it is. That's what the DJ was doing before the producer came along. The DJ was the first producer when you're yellow paging the records and together and doing break beats and creating something new out of nothing. That's why the DJ is more important than the producer. Producers then came after.
Cap. All cap. Because the DJ wouldn't have shit to play if the producer did not produce it.
But didn't he just explain?
Nope.
In hip hop
opinion?
Nope. What do you mean in hip hop? You think the DJ just went in his bedroom and just came out with some vinyl and went, look what I just made? No. There had to be a producer first.
A producer
makes the music.
Makes the music
to give to the DJ.
However, if you're talking like the Fabulous Bongo Band, for example, right?
Somebody had to produce that and put that together.
Somebody produced that together. But nonetheless, hip hop was created from.
We're not just talking about hip hop though.
True that. Hold on. Oh, I'm sorry. I misconceived the question there, because I think in hip hop, there's an evolution that we created something from nothing, right?
But still, even at the very essence of that, you still don't get it without the producer.
It's interesting.
It's interesting, he said.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
It's a fact. We've had this argument with a lot of people.
But here's what I'm saying though. Let's say it's funny, like the nucleus. Let's just say there's a nucleus to this, a seed to this, like a Big Bang theory, right? Sure, there's producers of records prior to hip hop.
Now you're talking the chicken or the egg.
There's producers of records prior to hip hop. But when hip hop starts out, it starts taking all these various records and creating something new from those records. Thus
But you know who had to do that?
The sampling.
Who had to make whatever he was doing, because when Herc was doing the merry-go-round, and he wasn't the first one to do it anyway, by the way. But when he's doing that, it takes somebody else. It takes somebody else that produces and understood what they were hearing and make that into something to give to him. If we're talking just in hip hop, and say, hey man, play this. And then everybody goes, what the fuck is that? Yeah. And then everybody looks at the DJ like, you the man. But the DJ does not get that.
I mean, it's a very debatable question.
How does one compare Berry Gordy to Dilla? You know what I'm saying? This is Motown, right? We're still talking Motown sound, but it's just like, but Dilla is like, this is a whole book about what he created. This is a theory that he created, right?
Right.
And it didn't exist because of this dude. Now I don't know if they have Berry Gordy theory.
Of course they do. Of course they do. Of course they do. Berry Gordy is the one who brought R&B into the mainstream. He's the one who brought black culture as far as music and putting it together, like putting these groups together. Right. They had a house band that played all of the music for every artist.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody went to dance school. Everybody went to etiquette school. Everybody, yeah.
Quincy Jones
but if
too.
You got Sprite, and then you come out with tropical Sprite. I kind of want the tropical Sprite.
Here's my only point. I love what you're saying. This is fascinating shit, because I'm thinking that Dilla is in the vein of like a Beethoven or some shit.
Absolutely.
Right?
That's different. That
would be the tropical Sprite.
Dilla is
just put that out there.
He's an alien.
Cultural shit that like Quincy Jones put. Like I said, there's a feel to the music and what you do, like how you organize and your artists and your whole strategy to producing the whole product. That's an amazing talent in and of itself. Beat production and making actual like producing what I thought we were talking about. It's like something different. Like I said, like maybe it's a DJ Muggs or an Alchemist and producers.
But it still has to get from the producer here to here, DJ, play this.
Now it does.
Now it's always had to be. But this question is going to always be perspective and
It's chill. You said chicken and egg. That's pretty
yeah,
fascinating. That's fascinating.
which role you, because like we can always say the Italian beef is a fucking great thing, but the person who decided to put that shit on garlic bread and melt some cheese on top, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Then we got a combo. Now we got a combo.
Man,
now we got to have an Italian beef.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you know what I'm saying?
you know, like we could do this shit all day. You know what I'm saying?
George.
Like, so
That's
yeah.
love. That's
The
love.
same with government.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
Okay.
People don't know me as George. Damn.
Well, now they do.
Now they do.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Damn,
All right.
Berg.
Okay.
It's heat detective.
Everybody, let's pull the cloak over the government.
Let's go.
Damn. Fuck it. Who's better? White rappers or black rappers?
When you said white rappers, his head went down like he was waiting for the other part.
I haven't asked that question in a while.
Hold on. He says, I get it. He's saying a producer made the track, the DJ sample, but now the DJ can transition and make beats from scratch. And first of all, let's be very clear.
The DJ can do a lot of shit.
Wait. Let's be very clear. See, hold on, Ace, because clearly you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
That's a very valid point.
No, it's a point, but not that goddamn valid.
It is valid.
Listen.
Valid.
Linda.
That is valid.
Linda, listen. That's the evolution of a DJ to produce. That's the evolution.
But nonetheless.
No, it's an evolution of a DJ. So the producers here, the DJ has to, you know, the
I got something for you. I got something for you.
Fuck my life.
Everything in this world that has been created, every single thing can always be improved upon, right? There's a new version of it, a better version of it, a different interpretation of it.
I don't know where you're going with this, but I wish you'd get to the point.
Your Reese cup.
What about it?
Standard Reese cup.
Standard Reese cup.
Quite sexy.
Yes.
But then here comes its dark chocolate brother.
Delicious.
Makes you cream your pants quite often.
Yeah.
Hip hop horny.
That's all I'm saying.
Hip hop. Well, that's Reese's horny.
But I'm saying, I mean, but so these are.
That's a fucking poor ass analogy.
It worked for you because that's why you got angry. Look at the vein right there. Because you understand where the fuck I'm coming from.
Can't see no.
You understand where I'm coming from. God damn it.
Can't see
you know.
It's interesting.
All right.
Whatever.
All right. Everyone's made heat angry. Let's move on. Okay. All right. So.
Not angry.
Oh, did you say
black rappers?
Okay. There we go.
Well,
all right.
That was fucking easy.
I mean,
he looked at you like you was silly for even saying that. Would you make a decision? He just said black rappers. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Okay, you're right. My bad.
Well, do you think that that's only because they can't say certain words?
It's
because hey, there'll be some cold ass white rappers that they can say
dope ass white MCs. Love. Shout out to all my white MC brothers that I know and love, man. And like I said, there's fucking brilliant artists on both sides of the diaspora. But the whole shit, like as far as hip hop though, man, like all the legendary cast members that we like most associate with, it's hard to truly be masterful at something you are only emulating. I think that
you cannot master something that you're only emulating.
I believe
similar
to what Bane said.
Tony Baines?
No, Bane from Batman Dark Knight. You merely adopted the darkness. We were born to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when he broke Batman's back, you know. And so I think
it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, sadly, you know, and so like yeah, there's some real dope artists and artists art, but when you say like just there's natural shit that happens, and where it happens is in the struggle. That's where the shit is forged. The shit is forged in the ghettos and the hood and the oppression. The shit is forged in tears, sweat, fucking, you know what I'm saying, like labor. It's forged in a lot of things that we talk about.
But can't that be an experience that somebody
It's an experience for everybody, absolutely. But nonetheless, there are advantages inherent in this country, at least that they can retreat from.
And no sounds very different for us.
That is an inherent just dynamic in this that we
like I don't fucking know.
That's just like ignoring.
Do you want me to just fucking stare at this when I talk?
I just think it's white privilege.
You said that shit like, what did you just say again?
It's just white privilege. That's all I'm saying. It's just to acknowledge white privilege. That's all.
Well, I said because no sounds very different for us.
But you looked at me like I'm not a us.
Well, what the fuck do you
And you
want
looked
me
at
to
me
look
and you were like, nope, they're different than us. And I'm like, what the fuck is she talking about? Anyways, let's get
Once
back.
in a while, you get Jason Williams, man. Jason Williams is fucking like white chocolate in the NBA. Jason Williams is fucking Jason Williams, man. You know what I'm saying? Like M is M, dude. Like what the hell can you say, bro? Is M any less hood than any other motherfucker? No, I wouldn't doubt. Don't doubt that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's legit. Listen to his shit. He understands the struggle. This nigga understands the struggle. That's M. We can say that. You know what I'm saying? That because that's where the fuck it comes from. I was at the fucking bar the other day. This white dude is funny as hell. This Puerto Rican dude turns to this old white man and he goes, "You smell like a pack of Pall Malls, nigga." It's funny as hell. And he turns to this white man. He turned to this white man and said it. And the white man was just like,
Hey, what are you gonna do?
"What you gonna do?" It's funny as hell, dude.
Black Thought is the closest.
You know exactly. And he told his ass. That's how he told the story.
He said Black Thought is the closest right now.
Ace, we've been talking about a lot of shit. What in what context? I'm sure you're right, but what context?
Don't tell him he's right. Don't do
That's
that.
great.
I love
But
it.
yes, but that's it. Anyway, we digress.
Okay. Shit, I forgot where we're talking. Okay, yeah. Oh, is it really possible to have a top 5 rappers list?
Personally, I think we're the only ones really obsessed with that shit. There's a lot of things in hip hop that frustrate me about lists and top fives, and you can only pick one. And you know what I mean? Like, I was having this one theory about where the mecca actually of hip hop is, and this is a opinion I love to debate. Me, for my money, is Queens, because from my personal all time favorite album, Illmatic, Nas. My personal all time favorite single, Shook Ones by Mobb Deep. My personal all-time favorite group, Tribe Called Quest. Queens, Queens, Queens.
So
I just say like Queens gets the money. That's all I say for me. For my money. You know what I mean?
Queens?
You know what I'm saying? I visited, yes, I visited. But like as far as the rap,
Been to the Bronx?
I've been to NYC, but not since '95, man. Like I've been to the boroughs.
You're very standoffish and combative this evening. You
And
know what
not,
I'm saying?
but it was '95. B. I was a
God
kid. I
damn.
was a kid. But I'm just saying, like for my money, one is East Coast, and I know we could talk about Biggie and we could talk about Jay and we could talk about Rakim. But I'm just saying, like for those three, that I just
I knew. I swear. I just.
I
You know
get
what?
it. I get it.
Would you like to talk about Sesame Street? Because everything
I
is
get
just
it.
trapping your ass
But
today.
but
All day.
but you see, we talk about top five, and you see how quickly. So,
but I was saying like Biggie top 5.
I mean, you listen. I'm not gonna fucking tell you this again. When people come on the show, if they fucking told you that Miss Piggy is their favorite rapper, you don't have the
like,
fucking
why?
right to be like, no, blah 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 blah. Because
Nah, I'm
who the
just
fuck
saying.
knows why Miss Piggy's their favorite rapper?
How many
Who gives a
albums is
shit?
Biggie
I'd rather talk.
How
Okay,
many albums does Biggie have?
okay.
How many albums does Biggie have?
Top five list.
Miss Piggy got she
Check
does
this
have
out.
a couple albums.
Check this out. Top five list. How about we talk about how WGCI and Clear Channel Communications continue to pump poison to the children
Oh, I was about to say they're awful. I know what
with
you
this
where you're going with
music that we have, and they poison our youth with all these messages that promote violence on our streets. And then we talk about the top fives, but nonetheless, then they have the audacity to stop the hits for the cause.
I don't know when the last time is I listened to the
But you feel what I'm
fucking
saying?
radio.
Like,
I don't even know
right.
who's on the radio.
That type of absurd shit that's like perpetuating genocide of like and how a lot of times hip hop has been hijacked. And I can say I love me some Migos. I love me some, you know what I'm saying, some Chief Keef. I love me some of that shit. I'm not gonna lie, okay? I'm not gonna front on this shit. But nonetheless, it's still a construct to continue to poison black people.
Can I tell y'all a secret? If I hear the shit on the street, I'm no one of y'all told the world. I listen to Sosa every day. I love that song.
Exactly. I like to. I'm saying, don't knock the youth. Don't knock the youth. What the fuck you listening to?
But I do think that it's real fucked up when you really think about it. The shit that they're saying, which is their reality.
Right.
It's like it's almost like you don't talk about family shit around mixed company. You
This is America.
It's like somebody just like sent the open invitation to the party and like now everybody's there because it's really weird. And some of the shit that's happening now, like I don't know if you guys heard about the dude that shot the dude because he thought he was trying to holler at his girl.
Yeah, he was trying to sell her some weed.
But just
it's a grown ass man. He was 41 years old.
But
don't
just
get me started on that.
But no, I'm just saying like because like now it's like this kind of shit that's happening.
Mhm.
Like, you know how like I'm say like 10, 12, 15 years ago, some shit like that. Oh, what the fuck? But like now it's like this shit happens every fucking day. We're hearing it in the music. It's just like, all right, it's fucking Tuesday. What are we gonna do?
And there's a lot of old school heads that are I ain't gonna say afraid of the youth, but they're just kind of like, no, I'm gonna get his ass where it gets me.
Well, yeah, but then also too, it's like, what are you gonna do? Literally.
Top 5 though, like this, Mike. That's a good question though. I want to
Nowadays
bring it
want
back
that
to that
reality.
question though. That's a good point. Top 5. Michael Jordan. This hip hop and rap is not subjective. Art is not subjective like that. You can't say art is a top 5. The same way you could say maybe Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant are top 2 players of all time. Statistically, Tim Duncan's up there. How many championships do you have? You can't quantify fucking art, or if you're gonna go by sales or some shit like that.
Yeah.
But your top 5 to say like, okay, now we got to go by generations. Now we got to go what? KRS-One, Rakim, or where are we gonna put Big Daddy Kane versus Black Thought? Where are we gonna put them? You know what I'm saying? There's lineage to this shit.
Yeah.
Right.
And they all stand on the shoulders of their predecessors. Eminem is great at always shouting out Reggie and talking about, you know what I'm saying, like all the people that influence him.
Mhm.
So I don't know about a top 5 in hip hop like that. You know what I mean? I think
That's probably the best answer we've
yeah.
ever had.
Yeah.
it's really
They're always different, but I think that one is, I think your respect for the craft shows in your answer. Absolutely. I love that. I'm not mad at that shit at
Too
all.
many good MCs, man. Especially like I was, because you know me, I'd be like, yo, Pasta News, De La. You know what I'm saying? I might be like Dave or some shit. De La Soul is stupid as hell, dude. Like if you really listen to some of this shit, like what? How like abstract and arcane this shit is. If you really listen to what De La does, they're like almost as political as fucking Public Enemy.
Right.
When you really listen to when you really listen to De La, you know what I'm saying? Like how soulful and like real this music is. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't get it. I don't know.
Okay.
That's I guess that's been the deal with motherfuckers want to make their name.
Oh yeah, the man that shot the fucking guy.
Oh, yeah.
Making a name that's
Yeah,
oh
how?
my God, there's
How?
so
So
many
you
levels.
make a name for yourself in prison.
There's so many fucking levels.
This is
stupid.
This is dope, man. Thanks for the invite, man. This has been a good
no
time.
worries.
This has been a good time.
We're not done.
This isn't one of the questions, but
It's been great. It's been fun.
I'm just curious. If you can do a project, let's say like a mixtape with any producer, this one exclusive producer, dead or alive, who would you pick?
Keep me out of it.
Oh my God. We gotta go. We gotta know. I want to hear this. This is gonna be good. Like, was Dead or Alive one producer to do a project with? Damn, it's hard, man. Because it's like, okay, wait a second. You got Large Professor. You've got Diamond D. You've got The Alchemist, and you've got Dilla. I mean, that's so fucking hard, man.
I really like The Alchemist.
Why are you guys whispering?
I don't know.
I'm just trying to debate. I'm trying to debate this shit. That's so hard, man. Damn, yo. Dead or Alive
I'm
one.
going Dilla all day. Heard it. Or maybe Pete Rock.
That's what I was, thank you. And I'm wearing a Pete. Don't, dude.
Definitely Dr. Dre.
That's so fucking hard, man.
Definitely.
But if you can only pick one,
I would go with Dr. Dre only because I would that would be a class within itself.
Well, shit, any one of those that you just named would be
Jazzy Jeff.
Jazzy Jeff's dope. Not as dope as these other motherfuckers,
dude, man.
Dope in his own right. Shout out Jazzy Jeff.
It would have
that's
to
not
be,
a shout at you, bro.
It would have to be Dilla, dude. It would have to be Dilla, yeah, for sure. If I could do a project with anybody,
because Dilla could give you soul, he could give you hardcore, he could give you boom bap, he could give you whatever in the fuck it is your little heart desires, and it'll be so original and so fucking dope. And a lot of those guys are sons of Dilla.
But how do you
including
feel
Dre?
Whoa, but you know, people don't. Ninth Wonder, man.
Another son of Dilla though.
But Ninth Wonder is still Ninth Wonder, bro.
Yeah.
Ooh,
no,
shit.
I'm not taking
right.
organized noise.
Ninth Wonder phase.
Organized noise is dope.
Riot.
Fucking
Riot. Get you some fucking Riot joints. That fucking banger. Shit, dude.
Shout out Riot.
Should be banging.
That was kind of dry. I ain't gonna say nothing though.
What was kind of dry?
Shout out Riot.
That's my guy.
I know what I'm saying. You got a tone tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Give me some Riot, give me some Mike Specs, give me some Berg. I produce some dope shit. Yeah, so we keep it local. We got the homegrown shit up in here.
Yeah, definitely.
That's why Chicago shit is dope. We've been in a bubble for fucking like 30 years. We don't fuck with nobody fucks with us.
What's
your
Just
idea?
when we get done, remind me. I said I got an idea. I'm just gonna try to file it over there. I hope to God I don't forget it.
This is joyful.
CDs, tapes, vinyl, or streaming. 2-part. From a monetary standpoint, like what do you think is more lucrative? But then also leisure. What would you prefer to listen to?
Oh, I like how you did that.
Thank you.
Well, we know we're getting fucked on stream, so we know that. We know that. We know that already, right? It's a wrap there. If anything, I would sell like cassettes. That'd be dope, you know, 'cause that was one of the best things. And plus, I think those are really cool and just how they operate, right? Like side to side. When was the last time you listened to an album?
Look at that. Wow.
When was the last
It's like, oh,
time
he-
you listened to an album in its entirety? If you think about it, right? So maybe having somebody listen to your shit end to end and not be able to skip around. I think that might be cool to like
Those were the times.
to kind of force that composition.
And be able to read the sleeve.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
the
so much
sleeve.
dope shit about it, right?
Yeah.
Like the
I
art.
crave the
Yeah, man. Yeah, cassettes were actually pretty sick. And remember, just even fucking from the aesthetic with the pencils and shit, and just the
Yeah.
feel of it, like it's
If
interesting.
your tape got fucking stuck in the goddamn player,
Yeah.
you had to take it out so gently. And then if it got fucked up, you had to fucking surgery that motherfucker, especially if it was your favorite shit.
Yeah.
Cassettes are good.
Fucking surgery on that motherfucker and get that shit right.
As far as streaming though, like I don't know, man. Like we got to put a cap on our shit, a lock on our shit. And like again, like just set up your own PayPal, man, and just set up your own direct sales shit. Same way with whatever. Like we're talking about t-shirts. I'm working on getting some of these like direct fulfill, just direct drop ship. You know what I mean? Like print as you go. There's so many different ways to go about it now, where we can just cut these fuckers out and get our own paper at this point. So I definitely don't support streaming. And I'm dropping some shit, but man, like this half a fucking penny per stream and this whole model that we done.
It's not even a half a penny.
Whatever the fuck it is, right? It's a fraction. It's a fraction.
Virtual microscopic penny.
Whatever that shit is. So no, fuck all that. No streaming.
You know, Ace got a point though.
Oh, about don't sleep on heat.
It's my goddamn show too. Like
whoa. Can I get a record scratch out there?
No, I'm saying because I could cards.
No. We ain't doing that.
I'm trying to get you props. Shut the fuck up.
All right, go ahead.
But like, no, seriously, like the past shit, I don't know, 8 motherfuckers that we had come on the show, like literally stroked out. You know what I'm saying? That we had the situation with Sweet Juices. I still can't get over that.
Out what?
We Sweet Juices were on the show and we was doing the part where, she freestyle. And like he started playing beats, but like everybody on the show just lost fucking time. We forgot we were recording. Like we was just zoned the fuck out. Like that's happened every episode since she was on here. So like there's a lot of people that know who you are, but they don't know who you are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's just how. But that's just how I move. I don't. I'm not out there like. Even when I go places and do shit, and people see me, and they, and when especially it's funny to me, like when they say, "Yeah, man, I heard your shit." How, Sway?
Right.
How?
Somebody might have
songs. I mean, I only work with a select few. You know what I mean? I don't put beats out on the internet. I don't give out beat packs. I don't do none of that shit. I never have.
Keep it low key.
Yeah, but. Even still, I've been able to make a name for myself, especially here in Chicago. Made a name for myself, but a lot of motherfuckers haven't heard my shit. They swear they know, until they know
a few things.
But yeah,
man.
we're
I've heard a few things.
I'm guessing you're gonna be the 9th one to bite the dust. So I'm very excited for that. Like I ain't even gonna lie. That's why I showed up tonight because I just what the fuck's gonna happen?
We showed up late, so you weren't that goddamn excited.
Oh god damn it!
I'm thrilled for one because I have just a somewhat of a inkling of an idea of what happens here, and I was impressed.
Yeah.
Dope shit.
Wow, this guy said Heat Juices last round. Something. Hey, bro.
Yo,
hey, Ace,
good.
I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up. All right.
Hit the head real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. You're gonna need it. You're gonna need all the space you can get.
We need like a just an exclusive line to Ace right here. He's like always patched in.
Where's it at?
Right there.
Word up.
He's just always patched in no matter what the fuck we doing.
Yeah. Ace is a shout out to Ace, DJ Ace Vito. That's another member of the Unwrap family.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah, this guy is funny as hell. He's an amazing dude. When he comes back in here, we're gonna drop this beat. We haven't played it in a long time. He probably muted his mic. See that? I hope y'all didn't hear that, but that was a Berg piss. My man forgot he had the mic on.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I just fucked up my whole train of
That
thought.
shit was like me. Like I don't even know what.
But
Oh,
we're gonna go down low key down a memory lane right quick. We haven't played it maybe in a couple of months, but it's that one. You know what I'm saying?
That one.
One I like to play. I don't think we've been getting hyped enough lately, and we need to get hype again. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said,
let's go.
Oh shit!
You can unmute him. You're gonna have to mute 1 and 2 here in a second.
That didn't happen.
Now, what you
Okay.
what you could probably and be best for you to do is take the mic off and then just hold it like that and do your goddamn tough thistle. Because what we do here, y'all already know what time it is.
Word.
This is the time of the
Check.
show.
Was really good.
Clank,
This is
clank.
the time of the show where we
Bars.
get a little busy. We get a little busy. And the last few we've had on here kind of stumbled the bag. We don't like when the bag gets stumbled and fumbled. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yes. It happens quite a lot more often than you think.
Weren't prepared.
They weren't, I don't know. They swore they were prepared. They know what the drill is. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, motherfuckers just can't get it. You know what I mean? And sometimes like the last one that really fumbled the bag, I wanted to rap so bad, but I didn't want to make him look bad. No, I'm not lying. Hey, listen, I didn't, my man, it was a great interview. It was a dope ass interview, but on the real, I was struggling because I wanted to but if I did, it would have looked real bad.
You want to hit the goddamn button now?
Yeah. So y'all know what this is, man. Let's get it.
Yeah. Check. I got a little more volume on that a little bit. What up, Black? It's the Mac, back with the accurate attack. Cutting no slack, doper than crack. Yo, and that's fact. Chicago Al Capone tight. Hold the microphone tight. Taking a knee by the dawn's early light. The future is bright. The shit that I write, way up in orbit like a satellite. Mandatory, get the glory. Not another West Side story. Murders and gory. You ain't even in my category. Repping the basement. Knowledge of the ancients. Egyptian, the Incan. Don't know what you're thinking. Don't hustle fast, you might miss it if you're blinking. Lands a Lincoln on the plate. Motivate, move the weight. Digging in the crates, who the all-time great? Ain't really even no debate. Let us demonstrate this calculus. You doing math with an abacus, force the issue like a catalyst. Represent plutonium. Don't think that you should handle this. Brandishing a fofo within a polo, Millennium Falcon, Han Solo, smash like Bolo, prototype. The lightning strike in the dead of the night with the blunt to the head. Yeah, now I'm feeling right. Can't avoid this asteroid, paranoid, you know, smelling void. Such an ego like Sigmund Freud. Authentic, the real McCoy, destroy toys. Think your battleship, ain't that a bitch? Shit your thing and you might smash it. You don't know the half of it. Fucking up these kids, Roman Catholic. Who can you trust? Addict to addict and dust to dust. They want us in the back of the bus, but they can get the nuts. Double clutch, puff the dust, tote the rock on the rush, smash and crush. Tell these dogs to mush. Tell these whack motherfuckers to packing automatic weaponry. Never step to me. You lack flavor and you're bland, but I got the secret recipe. Take a sort of destiny. Slay my enemies. Put your brain out like a Kennedy. Pay the penalty. Generally getting wreck on the melody. First class felony. Tap the telepathy. Inertia to entropy. Fuck man of the year. More like man of the century. On lock penitentiaries. Elementary, Bill Watson. Your arms too short to try to be boxing with God. Call the bomb squad. Call the SWAT. Fuck it. Bring the whole armed forces. Apocalypse now. I ride with 4 horses. Proceed with caution. When I wake up out my coffin, pen game is flawless, the land is lawless. Check the rawness, breaking up the body, season up the harvest. Beat the charges, professional, you novice. Check you out, that's not a threat, it's a promise. praise and highness. Touch your mind, it's deeper than Poseidon. Nigga, we riding, gonna find you, no matter where you hiding, where you residing. Wanna be dictators, this nigga attire. No clock, salvage or dally. Time to Annie up from the borough to the valleys. No dilly-dally, trying to hit some skins that look like Hallie. Bull market rally, comedy is tragedy. Check my strategy, it's majesty. Who specialize in assault and battery. Losing my sanity, floating away like zero gravity. That's how it is and that's how it has to be. Get you for your salary, burn you like calories. Dissect the anatomy. Trying to battle me, blasphemy. I've achieved mastery. Now I levitate, walk on air. None compare, none shall pass. Like tight jeans on your derriere, I'm on that ass. Slave rats to half mass, critical mass, pass the grass, low life that kick it with the upper class. Raise another glass, built to last. Playing cats like violins, don't condone the violence, ultra violence. We enjoy the silence, keep the science. Come through in the lab coat, cutthroat. That's all she wrote. When the fat lady sings and the bell rings, merciless is mean. Got my own dynasty, humility and piety. Don't even think of trying me. Sean Connery type smooth, move like an apparition. Quick decision, execute the plan with precision. Through your bullshit, X-ray vision, classical composition, manifesting the mission in the position. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Come on, we getting it. Triple our vision.
Yo!
Yeah.
That was 293 bars.
Yo! Listen.
Yo.
Listen. I have played that motherfucking song, that beat, I don't know how many times on this show. Not once. Let me repeat. Not once has anybody rapped from the beginning of that motherfucker till the goddamn end. If I'm lying, I'm fucking dying. From the beginning to the fucking end.
Thanks for having me.
One take shouty over here. Are you kidding me? Man. Look, man.
Berg.
Look, man. Berg in the building.
Berg.
Berg just burnt the fuck out my track.
We came to Berg out. We came to Berg out. Berg out.
Just put that shit.
Berg just burged my goddamn track.
Put that on the record.
That should be known as the Berg joint.
Put that on the record.
Listen.
You know.
Berg. Berg's the word. And I actually put that in the description on the goddamn show. That's crazy that he said that.
When I said never go full retard, I lied.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, listen. When I tell you,
fucking go full retard.
You make me happy. Damn it, straight up.
Make me happy.
Straight up.
Listen, bro.
Woo, let's go.
Tell everybody where they can find your shit, where they can find your music, where they can find you.
Word. Appreciate you. OG BERG Stats on YouTube. That's BERG STATS.
Run it back.
OG BERG Stats. Now that's OG BERG STATS. Got a single dropping in a couple of weeks. That's going to be on all platforms: your Spotify, your YouTubes, your Apple Music, and everywhere else. Your Pandora, everywhere else you find your music, man. The single is called God's Lessons. Now I was to play that for you, man. I'm about the flash drive if you had any media. I don't know if we had time or what have you, man. If we had we done, man. I would love to play. Then we did 2 hours already. That was crazy. So y'all, I'm gonna leave you with a track, man. That maybe like in the meantime, like something you rock in your background and your sets. You know what I'm saying? Like in your trips, I'm gonna leave you with a couple of joints, man, just for the love, man. I appreciate you, man. But this has been a blessing to be with y'all. Salute, man. Much love. For sure.
Listen, we're gonna have you back, brother. We gotta have you back now because
YouTube, man, big up.
You just set the bar on Unwrap. If a motherfucker don't come in here from the beginning of this, stop that fucking music. Hold on, because this is what we normally get. Can you hold up? See, I'm no. I got it. This is what we normally get.
When motherfucker come in torch.
This is what we normally get. Yeah. All right. Hold up. Yeah. Yeah, I said. Hold up. Here it comes. Y'all ready? Yeah. Yeah. Fuck that shit. Fuck that. My man said, fuck that. He came right in.
Torch that shit.
2 measures in. From beginning to end. He set the bar. That's called the Berg bar. The Berg Bar.
The Berg Bar.
He has set the bar on Unwrap the Podcast. You saw it here first. Motherfuckers, if you come in here, I don't give a fuck. You better spit that shit from the beginning to the end. If not, we are gonna have a problem.
I know a lot of MCs out here.
No. We are not giving anybody slack.
No.
We're not cutting any. No.
I was gonna say nobody can see me, man. You know what I'm saying?
You heard what he
Like,
said.
I was gonna say.
You heard what he said.
I normally don't say shit like that, and I keep it low key.
No, talk your shit, bro.
But I'm gonna say there's nobody in Chicago that can see me lyrically like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I dare you to like, please do it. Just do it. Come on, man.
Double dog dare.
Show me something.
Then he said, please.
Then he said, please. And
Please.
Por favor.
Show me something.
That's pretty presumptuous, but he means that shit, so please and thank you.
Show me something.
And that's the perfect way to end it.
Yeah. This has been an amazing show. We are definitely, Berg, we are definitely gonna have you back.
BERG Stats is the best. Love you.
Hold on, don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Hold on. We're done, but we're not done. Well, thank you very much for being on the show, bro. It's been a fucking honor, and it's been a blessing. It was a dope experience. Once again, Unwrap does it again. You set the Berg Bar. The Berg Bar. The bar has been set, motherfuckers.
Thank you for having me, man. Gratitude to the whole crew here, man. It's been love first time, man. Thanks to the whole crew for having us. Having me, man. It's been a blessing. It's been a great fucking time, man. The way you do it, exactly, man. It's just like a combo. I can't believe 2 hours flew by like that, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking just a great time chilling with y'all, man. That's what's up.
Yeah, salute to that. And you know, he said, Berg, salute. Look, they're going to go back and watch this thing, you know what I'm saying? So you just got burglarized. Burglar. It's got burglar.
Draft burglar.
Yeah. Listen, I keep saying this shit, and I'm not going to continue to say this shit. No, I am going to continue to say this shit. Because we are the coolest motherfuckers in the goddamn city. I swear, for God, if you don't know it right now, nigga, you better go in the bathroom and don't salute yourself. Salute Unwrap, nigga. That's what you do. Tired of talking about it.
Big up.
But thank you.
Big up. That's what's up.
Please and thank you. Shout out to Berg for being on the show. It's been amazing. It's been another one. Dope as fuck. Just how I envisioned it about. Thanks, Berg. We're definitely going to have you back, brother, because we didn't even get a chance to get into your music and get into a bunch of other stuff. So we definitely are going to have you back. Gratitude from the entire Unwrap family. We about this bitch. Know that we the coldest motherfuckers in the city. We'll be back at it like crack addicts every goddamn Friday at 8:30 because we own 8:30 on YouTube and around the world, baby. Let's go. You know what it is. We are definitely